Hey, I know how easy it is for your mind to drag up old moments when things didn't go the way you hoped. Even when you've learned, even when you've moved on, there's still that voice that keeps checking. What if I mess up again? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And you don't need to fix yourself right now. You don't need to stay tense or alert in this moment. Let's just pause together and you can rest here. You can let your guard down for these few minutes. Mistakes are part of being human. They are not evidence of failure. They are evidence of learning. It is okay to loosen your grip on the past. It's okay to stop replaying what cannot be changed. It is okay to let the nervous system rest. You don't need to stay tense to stay safe. You don't need to be on constant alert. You don't need to punish yourself to prevent future mistakes. What has already happened does not require endless review. What has already happened does not define who you are right now. What has already happened can be held gently. You are allowed to observe without attacking. You're allowed to reflect without spiraling. You're allowed to learn without shame. Mistakes don't cancel your goodness. Mistakes don't erase your intentions. Mistakes don't make you unworthy of kindness. It's safe to unclench your jaw. It is safe to drop your shoulders. It is safe to let the body know that the danger has passed. You're not behind because you made a mistake. You're not broken because you misjudged something. You're not weak because you wish you had known better. Knowing better comes with time. Clarity comes with experience. You don't need to rehearse self-criticism to improve. You don't need harshness to evolve. You don't need fear to stay responsible. Awareness does not require punishment. Responsibility does not require self-attack. Change does not require shame. You can look at what happened with curiosity. You can look at it with honesty. You can look at it with compassion. This moment is not asking you to relive the past. This moment is asking you to be right here. This moment is asking you to breathe. The system can stand down now. The threat is no longer present. You survived the moment you keep replaying in your mind. It is okay to stop scanning for the next mistake. It's okay to stop bracing for impact. It is okay to exist without self-monitoring. You're allowed to make space between who you were and who you are now. You're allowed to grow without dragging old versions forward. You are allowed to move on. Mistakes can be acknowledged and released. They do not need to be carried indefinitely. They don't need to become your identity. You can thank the part of you that tried to protect you. You can let it know the lesson has been learned. You can invite it to rest. There's no need to repunish yourself today. There's no need to re-explain your error. There is no need to prove remorse again. You've already paid attention. You've already reflected. You've already grown. Kindness does not make you careless. Gentleness does not make you irresponsible. Grace does not erase accountability. Grace allows healing. Grace allows clarity. And grace allows peace. You're not required to suffer to deserve forgiveness. You're not required to stay ashamed to be good. You're not required to hold tension to be careful. Your body deserves relief. Your mind deserves quiet. And your heart deserves peace. It's okay to say, that happened. It's okay to say, I learned from it. And it's okay to say, I can let this go now. You're allowed to trust yourself again. You're allowed to feel safe inside your own mind. You're allowed to move forward without fear chasing you. You can soften the inner voice. You can lower the volume. You can choose a kinder tone. Nothing bad will happen if you stop criticizing yourself. Nothing bad will happen if you forgive yourself. Nothing bad will happen if you rest. You don't need to stay hyper-aware to stay wise. You don't need anxiety to stay thoughtful. You don't need shame to stay humble. You can allow your system to settle. Allow your breath to deepen. Allow yourself to be human. Mistakes are moments, not life sentences. They're experiences, not verdicts. And they are chapters, not the entire story. You can carry lessons without carrying pain. You can remember without reliving. It is safe to release the habit of self-punishment. It is safe to trust your ability to respond next time. It is safe to be present. You're not about to fail just because you relax. You're not about to repeat everything just because you breathe. And you're not losing control by letting go. You're gaining peace. You're gaining clarity. You're gaining compassion. The past does not need your vigilance right now. It does not need your anxiety. It doesn't need your energy anymore. This moment asks for nothing from you. You don't need to fix anything. You don't need to prepare. You're allowed to be imperfect and at ease. You're allowed to be learning and calm. You are allowed to be human and safe. Let the mind rest from reviewing. Let the body rest from bracing. Let the heart rest from self-judgment. You're allowed to close this chapter gently. You're allowed to move forward without dragging that guilt anymore. You are allowed to choose grace. Take a slow breath with me. Nothing forced, nothing perfect. I want you to remember this. You don't need to keep punishing yourself to prove that you care. There's no need to stay on edge to be a good person. Mistakes don't disqualify you. They don't erase your heart or your effort. When those old thoughts come back to this place too. Be the voice you wish you had back then. You deserve that kind of kindness, especially from yourself.